Good afternoon, my awesome friends and followers of Suffolk's #1 YouTube channel. And to the members of the channel, thank you very much for your continued support as we keep moving in the direction of non-bullshittery. Well, I'm going to say thank you for the emails that you've sent me this morning. I've had quite a lot of people talking about the benefit system in the UK, the free money that's given out. Now, I want to make sure I make this quite clear, because some people get upset no matter what I say. But I'm going to tell you how I feel about this, and this is this. Benefits given out to people, in my opinion, should be given to elderly, the retired, those that have paid in their stamp, those that have paid national insurance, those that have lost their job, those that are born with medical issues, or those that have developed medical issues. Everyone else is just fucking lazy, in my opinion, and I don't believe that they should be entitled to sit on their arse when they're between 18 and 20 and 25 and 30 and 35 and 40 and just expect everybody else to pay for them. I think it's wrong, and I hope he does clamp down. And I hope that the people that do think that the system can be bought and played with, I do hope they lose 50% because they're taking a taxpayer for a ride. On the flip side of this, and I must make sure I explain this, I don't believe people coming to the country should just get everything handed to them. I think it's a disgrace. I do think they should be able to prove every week that they're looking for jobs. And if they haven't received a job and they've applied for it, then they should at least show whoever's in charge of the DHSS phone numbers, and the fact that they've sent an email address, someone that the DHSS can contact and say, did Mrs. Colt, did Mr. Stevens, did Mrs. Andrews, did they apply for a job? Oh yes, they did. That's all we want to know. Thank you very much for your time. Because we can't go into too much, because then you have data protection, don't we? But I do think MPs are taking the piss. And I'll explain why MPs are taking the piss. MPs, basic salary as an MP is £91,346 a year. And that's without expenses. That's a basic salary. But if they have another job, say they are a Secretary of State or Home Office, or they're a member of the Cabinet, then they get thousands of pounds on top of that for another job. So not only do they have their constituency job at 91,000 plus, they also have a Cabinet Office job. If they have a role, their wages increase even more and their expenses increase even more. Now, the one thing that I don't like about these MPs judging us all, telling us all that we must get back to work, I do understand the principle behind that. But I do believe they need everyone to get back to work to pay for illegals. I do believe they need to cover that bill. So they want to get us all back to work. I understand, and I find that wrong. But the worst thing about this is an MP and their salaries. Why does a member of Parliament need a salary? Please tell me in the comments, why do you think they need a salary? Because did you know in their expenses, which nothing to do with their wage, I went and researched it. So during an MP's expenses, they can claim their council tax. They can claim their water bills, their electricity bills, their gas bills. They can claim other fuels. They can claim telephone lines. They can have their phone bills paid. They can pay for security. And they can also get contents insurance for their properties paid for by the taxpayer. Now, on top of that, they also get expenses for meals and dining and clothing allowances. So, in my opinion, what do they need a wage for? Can you imagine if you got a job, you went in and goes, yeah, I'll only take it if you will pay my council tax, my heating, my electricity, my food, my clothing, my phone calls, my mobile phone bill, yeah, my internet, because I need to see the news. Imagine if you demanded all these expenses from your work. Well, you wouldn't get the job, would you? Quite shocking. Now, I don't know the figures for 2024, but I do know the figures for 2023. And the Member of Parliament's expenses claims in 2023 reached over £30 million. Absolutely shocking, isn't it? £30 million. And then I looked at MPs' wages. Now, from 2010 to 2024, you're going to find this strange. So from 2010, an MP salary was 65 grand a year. 2025, and it's going to go up in April, It's currently at 91,000. Now that's an increase of £27,000 a year from 2010 to 2024. That's a £27,000 salary increase a year. Then I thought, I wonder if the cost of wages have up. The cost of has went up clearly over the years, but minimum wage has only went from about £7.10 to £12.21 in those 14 years. That's what they've got. And then I looked at a corporal, a guy who's in charge, a guy who leads men in battle. What was his salary in 2010? A corporal's salary in 2010 was £20,581. £20,580. So what is it today? It's 26,400. So soldiers and frontline service personnel that are needed to defend our country have had an increase in 15 years of only £6,000 a year salary, where MPs had £27,000 a year increase in that same span. And they have the cheek to tell us that we need to get back to work, that people that are incapacitated or ill need to get back to work. People that phone up, hello, yep, I've had my benefits stopped. Yes, we've noticed that you've been attending a coffee shop. Yeah, but I'm in a wheelchair. I've got Crohn's disease. Yeah, but you can hold that phone to your ear, can't you? There's nothing to stop you from getting a desk job. That's the level that we're at here. That's the level that we're at. So it's quite sad, isn't it? Isn't it? To see a government that wants to hammer the public that have paid in all their lives or contributed to society, but wants to hand everything that we've worked hard for to shit that just arrive and exploit our system. Anyway, listen, thanks for watching this video. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe.